Have you ever noticed something strange? Good news comes out, yet the market falls. Bad news comes out, yet the market goes up. So what's the truth? Is the stock market really driven by news, or is something else happening behind the scenes? Today, you're about to understand a reality that most people never fully grasp. Let's start with a simple question. If news truly drives the market, then why do big investors always make money first, while retail investors get trapped later? Because the real game is not news, the real game is liquidity and sentiment control. Let's break it down in the simplest way possible. Imagine the market as a crowd, and this crowd doesn't decide its direction on its own. Someone pushes it. So who is doing the pushing? The big players. Who are these big players? Banks, hedge funds, institutional investors, and sometimes even governments. They have so much capital that they can influence the direction of the entire market. Now, the biggest question, how do they actually control the market? The answer is liquidity. What is liquidity? It simply means how much money is flowing in the system. If there is a lot of money in the market, prices go up. If money becomes tight, the market falls. That's it. Simple. Now pay close attention. When central banks inject money into the system, for example by lowering interest rates, what happens? Loans become cheaper, people invest more, markets go up. But when the same central banks pull money out, they raise interest rates, then what? Loans become expensive, investments slow down, markets go down. So who really has control? The news or the flow of money? Now here's something even more interesting. When does news actually come out? Usually after the move has already happened. For example,
Wow.
big players buy first. Then positive news appears, retail investors jump in, and then big players start selling. And when markets are about to fall, big players sell first. Fear-based news spreads, retail investors panic and sell, and then big players buy at lower prices. This is called the game of sentiment. You think you are making decisions based on news, but in reality, news is not made for you, it's made to make you react. Here's another hidden
Amazing!
truth. Markets always look forward. News reflects the present market's price the future. So by the time news reaches you, the market has already adjusted. So what should you do? Should you stop watching the news? No. But relying only on news is one of the biggest mistakes you can make. Instead, you need to understand where the money is flowing, what big players are doing, and what the overall market sentiment is. Always remember, markets are driven less by logic and more by liquidity and sentiment, and that is the hidden force that decides whether your money grows or gets stuck. If you understand this, you're already ahead of 90% of people. Next time you see the news, don't just ask what happened. Ask yourself, who is this benefiting and why? Because the stock market is not driven by news. It is driven by the force that makes decisions before the news even exists. If you want to learn more powerful finance concepts explained in a simple way, make sure to follow the channel. Because here you'll discover truths that most people never hear about.